Okay guys, welcome back to ADB Fishing. Now it has been a while yet again since my last video. Usual case, I have been getting out, but unfortunately the fishing just wasn't up to scratch, so it wasn't worth a video in my opinion. But today we're at a lovely mark in Western Wales and we're giving it a right good go at the Tope. Now I know I've said this before on the channel and it hasn't worked out, but I'm going with a positive mindset today that we're going to get one. If you don't, you don't, but I'm pretty sure we will. I hope we will. We're struggling for bait a little bit. The mackerel are a bit barren, so at the moment I've got a full pollock out, about yay big. And a long-standing friend of the channel who is with us today, Dan Bull from the Fishing Hub, he's also with us. Invited me down here. He's camping with his mum and I've come down and camped for the weekend pretty much. But on Dan's rod he's got some mackerel that he caught fresh yesterday. I've got two rods with me today. I've got my 6 and bait and I've got my Daiwa Supercast. So I've got my usual setup, but we're only fishing the one rod at the moment. We've got a small window of where we can catch, and plus we're trying to cast out feathers at the same time to get some fresh bait. But what I'll do guys is I'm going to leave this out there for probably another 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes because that is a big bait that's out there. It's probably already been out half an hour. But when that comes in, I'll show you the rig that I've been using. And I'll also see if I can get some footage of some mackerel. Fingers crossed guys, today's the day we get a Tope on the channel.
Feathers. We had a bit of a break on the feathers, there wasn't really much about, and first cast literally pretty big pollock, 2 pollock and a mackerel there. That's quite a nice pollock that. I don't know how many, it's pretty big isn't it? I'll get him a hold. We'll chuck this one back.
Might be a couple pound that one. We'll get a photo of that one guys.
Yeah, we're going to keep the mackerel.
Okay. Oh, wet back. Wet back. Oh, that's what you got to watch for guys. Woo!
Here's the pollock.
Lovely. We'll get a photo guys and we'll get it sent back.
Adam's on some mackerel probably.
Hopefully some fresh bait guys.
Does it feel like a mackerel?
It does, to be fair, it's proper head shaking.
There we go, 2 pollock and a mackerel. Nice.
This has been the general stamp of fish today. Small-ish pollock. More pollock than we've had mackerel, but as you can see the stamp of mackerel has been lovely. Lovely size eat ones, but unfortunately these guys are going as bait. So we'll get them unhooked and we'll get them sorted out for bait. Cheers guys. Alright guys, so that last whiting bait, that was out for about 40 minutes and we've got another 40 minutes until low tide now. So I thought I'd do a bait change. And Dan's fresh mackerel that he just caught, he's had the head, I've had the tail. As you can see, I've got some 8-0. Oh god, what are the names of these hooks now? I believe the Varavas Big Mouth Extras, I think they are. That's what I've got as my main hook, and then on my pennel I've got 6-0 or maybe even 8-0 Cox and Rule Chino hook that I bought for Norway, and that's just It's a tiny little wire trace, just a little bite trace, not a whole trace, leading to £150 rubbing leader, or rubbing trace rather, and then the main rig body is just £100, down to a 7-ounce lead. I've got a lovely little Gemini splash down there to hold the bait in nice and snug. But we'll get this cast out, and fingers crossed guys, this fresh mackerel bait will get us that tope we're after. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so the conditions of they're not as nice as they were before. The sun's hidden away, the wind's picked up a little bit. The swell's not too bad, to be honest. But we're yet to have a tope run. We've had a few dogs knocking at the baits, there've definitely been dog bites. Dan did have a slack line, which we reckon was probably a huss that ended up dropping the bait, usual huss behaviour. The low tide, which is the peak time to fish this mark, was at 2:20, and it's just hit 3:20 now. So we're going to give it another hour before we head back and get some dinner, because we're going to go do another session as Hack's joining us later. But we've got that mackerel that I caught earlier, so we're going to get that sorted out for both of us, get a fresh bait on, and we're going to give it one last attempt at trying to get a tope out before we're moved off here by the tide. It worked earlier when I said this cast is going to get me a mackerel, and it did, so I'm going to say the same before I cast this out, and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned guys, and keep those fingers crossed. Alright guys, well, we've gone over how long we said we were going to fish. It's about 20 to 5 now. The tide is just coming up to a point where we're getting close to where we can't fish anymore. What I'm going to do is we've still got these last baits in. I'm going to do the outro now. But if we get anything, the camera's still ready, so the camera will be the last thing I pack away, just in case we get a last cast fish. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Sorry there's been no tope so far, but I managed to get some mackerel footage for you, and I had that dogfish during the time lapse as well. But to be fair, this is one of the things when you're fishing for large fish like we are, it's big or nothing pretty much. But yeah, we're going to stick it out a little bit longer, and we're going to see what we can do. So thank you guys for watching. It's been AUB Fishing.
Tope on! Tope on! Wear it out. Just the harbit's getting it in. Take your time. Another tope. Another one on the same spot. Come on, come on.
You see it?
This is big, this is big.
It's like wear itself out of it.
He's coming now. Wait, can you help me with landing him now?
Yeah.
How's that?